All good? You good? Okay.
All right, everyone. Head Coach Ben Olsen. Ben will open up to your thoughts on
I don't have anything. Go ahead.
Open up to questions. Start with David up front.
Coach, good evening, good night. Did the referee tell you anything about the red card?
I mean, he has his version. I have the version that I'm watching on the screen at halftime, and then I'm also looking at it afterwards, every angle, and I don't understand it. So I'll wait for an apology this week, I'm sure, from the league, and why we got our another red card against Seattle. It's six red cards in 7 games against Seattle. That's not normal, right? Some of that's on us, right? Hector spitting, right? But 3 of them we've earned. So it's just the wrong call. It's the wrong call, and he makes the call, and then it ends up being something that he has to stand by, and I think that's a problem. I just completely disagree with the call. Saying that, it was a really good first half from us against a good team. Resiliency to come back and get the goal, a little deflection goal. And what pisses me off, though, is the start was terrible. And to not be able to grind a little bit as a group is really, really disappointing. I don't care if you're down a man. You grind. You figure out a way to get something out of that game or make it really, really tough. And it was too easy in the first 10 minutes, and they get their 2 goals. So that is a big disappointment tonight. Not the first half, not the way we went about it, and then a big disappointment on the referee's call.
And tonight, the substitutions, how important will they be as this month it's failed back-to-backs?
Yeah. Substitutions were partly tactical, partly rest for Minnesota.
Go to the end over there.
Yeah. Talk about the second half. You guys had 3. What I saw was just 3 scoring opportunities, and you guys can't. What did you tell your guys at the half? And you're man down, but you still came. It seems like the players still came out and played a little harder.
Yeah, but the team's not going to quit. This isn't a quitting team. We don't build a team here to, lay down. Everybody's still giving everything, but again, the start. If you give up 2 goals quickly like that, and you aren't able to grind a little bit, game's over. So, great. We created some chances in the second half, and the guys worked hard, but it was a really, really poor start, and I just don't understand why the goals came that easy. So that's really disappointing.
I was looking at the red card. I didn't see anything that
you're not going to see. I've seen a few angles, pal.
I didn't see anything that registered a red card, maybe a yellow card, maybe.
They'll come up with something. They'll come up with some explanation, and I've heard some of it already. I just completely disagree with it. So we'll see. We'll see. I think sometimes we get bogged down by the letter of the law, and sometimes we just don't make the obvious the play that doesn't screw the game up. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Monday, you guys go back and try to get ready for Wednesday. Do you start? Or?
We've had a long week, a lot of travel, 3 games in 1 week, and so we'll get away tomorrow, spend some time with all the mothers, and then we'll get back to work Monday.
Go one here.
Hello, Ben. I wanted to ask you real quick about Andrade's performance. Second game that he's playing kind of that left back role. What have you seen from him?
He was great. He's a man. He comes in, physical, has real venom in the way he plays, and we need that right now. We need some moxie, and he's got that.
And kind of going off of that, with also Pablo Ortiz making his MLS.
Pablo's fine. Pablo came in, and again, every time we can get him minutes, it helps. Because it's, any minute he gets, it's him more understanding and creating relationships. But it's yeah, it's just disappointing. Go ahead. What else?
Reggie.
Hey, Ben, I wanted to return to Obafemi because obviously the red card will loom large, but he scored the goal for you.
Yeah.
How do you characterize the arc of the season for your young center half?
I wouldn't I wouldn't call it an arc, but he's moving forward. But when you play young center backs this much, there's blips. And even on the play is something that he's a little bit naive on. It's not a handball, but he's got to be stronger in that moment and make sure that forward feels him. And he lowers his shoulder and he's stronger in that moment. So we're not in that situation. So we've had that before. So it's important for Femi to continue to learn lessons as he goes. But as far as being a center back in this league, I believe in him. And I think he's shown enough of that. But unfortunately, sometimes when you're relying on young center backs, it's a process. And when you're a center back, the goal's right behind you. So it's not like you're putting a winger out there or forward. So sometimes the blips become amplified. Yeah. So this is part of his development.
And then within that, I feel like we're talking about the opportunities that you had in the second half, but also it felt like that you also had a number of runs that also you weren't able to get on the end of. Is there something that you're looking at to maybe make better opportunities, those chances, the runs that you're forwards again?
I have to watch a game. Yeah, sure. First half or second half? Just both.
Second half mostly.
Second half. Well, we're down a man, so
Sure.
you're pretty much pinned back and you're trying to get forward, but you don't want to get exposed and make it worse. So, yeah, sure. More numbers in the box. A little bit off on some service, but we have enough chances there. Again, the first half I thought was a really good performance against a good team. Other than when the ref decided to make the call that ultimately changed the course of changed the result.
Other questions? Go back front here.
Yeah, this is just asking about the alumni game. You were around those years playing against some of these guys, and your thoughts on that, and with Pat and everything.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean it's a wonderful organization, and I got a lot of respect for those teams. There were teams that usually, beat us up pretty good, and usually this was a very, very hard place to go, and it was a great group of guys with a lot of personality, and I think Pat's done a great job of treasuring that and keeping that here, and not all clubs do that, and it's important. It probably helps that he was part of the team, and but it's a special thing. It's a special bond with those guys. It was nice to see them a little bit. Disappointed we couldn't get them a result tonight, but it was nice to see a few of them.
Come across here to front.
Coach, and I want to ask you about Jack. During the week, he had the goal, a very nice goal, and today he gets another assist and very dangerous set pieces. How has he been?
Jack's been great. Jack's been playing at a really high level. It's a good position that he's in, and set pieces, service. He's proven to be a real provider for us in a bunch of different areas. So, yeah, happy to have him.
Any other questions in the room? Nope. All right, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's angry. Everyone's disappointed. We're not where we want to be. I think we know we have a lot of quality in the room, and it's not showing. So we're all angry.
And then, you know, I hate to bring it up, but, you know, the situation with the red card and, you know, the ref, how do you as a player, you know, try to get that out and just continue your game?
Yeah, I think you just got to kind of forget about it and get the mentality you're down a man. And, I mean, at a halftime, we can't give up a goal that quick. And I think in the first half, we defended well with 10 men, so we just needed that mentality for the second half, and we didn't have it.
Diego here.
Hey, Jack. Throughout these past couple of games, Ben's been playing you in similar positions throughout the midfield. Can you talk to me a little bit about how you felt more comfortable and how you felt in those positions?
Yeah, no, I think I'm a lot closer to goal, which I like. I think I've been making plays. I've been creating a lot of chances for us. So I think it's been suiting me, but I hope it translates to results now.
Considering that you guys are going to have more and more games in such a short amount of time, as a player, talk to me through the process of win or lose. You got to go to the next game. You got to go to the next game. So talk to me a little bit about that mental process that you guys have to go through.
Yeah, I think it's about kind of forgetting about this game now and focusing Wednesday. We know we need 3 points. We know where we are in the standings. So it's kind of forgetting that this happened quickly and moving on and focusing on that.
Thank you. Other questions in the room? Go to Al over there.
Hey, Jack. Debut for Toyosi today. He didn't play a lot, but he's been acclimating to Houston since his arrival. What have you seen from him just off the field, not just the 10 minutes that he played tonight?
Yeah, off the field, I mean, he's come in and he's been like a bright, happy guy. I think he just got his green card, so he's available for us now, and I think he came on and did a really good job. So we're looking forward to having him now.
Yep, Herman.
Hey, Jack, just want to ask you about Lingard, your new teammate. You know, he made an immediate impact when he got to the team. Linking up with him in the midfield, you know, he's very diverse in that attacking position. Just speak on, you know, playing with him and sharing the midfield with him.
Yeah, no, he's come here and done great. He scored 2 amazing goals that really helped us, and I think it helps me because now we have a guy that can run it behind all the time. So I'm able to kind of stretch the field and play in behind. So it's definitely been a good connection so far, and we can keep it going.
I got to ask you, I didn't have an opportunity to ask you last game, your shot against Phoenix, you know, it seemed like you almost scored another one tonight. You know, do you practice that, or it's just come natural, you know, just let it rip? Or
Yeah, no, it's a lot of practice. It's just a lot of hard work. I always do a lot of training on my own, so that's kind of what I work on. And the one tonight didn't go in, but hopefully next game it will.
The other aspect of your game that we can see the impact is set pieces. You know, do you and Kenny Bundy, or speak on Kenny Bundy's influence in that, because he was hired specifically for that, and just, you know, touch on it yourself. You know, those crosses always seem dangerous. Even if they don't go in, they cause havoc in the defense.
Yeah, no, Kenny's been great. He's been really helpful since I got here with the set pieces and kind of giving clear roles to everybody. I know my delivery is very good all the time, so I think we get a lot of chances off it, and hopefully more goals keep coming.
Thank you, sir. Anything else? Nope. Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you.